in terms of the power situation?
Yeah, what we do is we work for FEMA, first of all. The Stafford Act is the law that has different agencies that support FEMA during disaster, and we happen to be part of ESF3, and we provide engineering support to FEMA. So what we're doing is when the power goes out from a hurricane or whatever disaster may be caused by, we're the first ones in there to install generators at critical public facilities. And critical public facilities are things like hospitals, emergency operating centers, fire departments, all of the responders that have to get in. And it's really a life-saving and life-sustaining function that we perform.
Can you talk a little bit about the preparation and the training and what kind of went into this, knowing that they were walking into a catastrophe?
Yeah, well, what's very interesting, we just had a training session last week with the planning and response teams, and we were in Fort Worth just by a happen chance that we had it there, and we had the 249th soldiers that were training down in the Corpus Christi area. So we did some preliminary work through that exercise. But we do train out of the 7 planning and response teams that the Corps of Engineers has. We train 3 of those per year, along with 249 soldiers and our contractors.
It's hard to say what exactly you anticipate, but right now they're saying 20+ inches of rain in
Right.
that Corpus Christi, Houston area along the coast. How do you, I mean, obviously you keep an eye on the Weather Channel and figure out what's going on, so things could change. It's very fluid, is that right?
It can change. There's no way to know for sure what's going to happen, but we have different folks from different agencies that work in this command center here, and one of them is the Department of Energy. So the Department of Energy is able to communicate with the local power utility companies, and when the power goes down, they can tell us what areas are without power, when the power might come back up, and whether we should install generators to provide temporary power.
Where are those generators now? Are they in Texas or no? They have to be
Yes.
flown in?
Yeah. FEMA stages all of their generators at different locations around the country, and then when there's a disaster, usually ahead of landfall, they'll deploy the generators to a staging area. So right now, down at Randolph Auxiliary Airfield, which is in San Antonio, they staged about 59 generators, and they have some more coming in. There are a lot of different agencies that support it. The Defense Logistics Agency is also renting generators to send in. So, we get enough generators there in advance of the storm so that we're ready to execute immediately after landfall, and then we can surge more generators in from FEMA from other locations as we clear them out and get them installed.
I was just going to ask, can you tell us what teams have done